There we go. Hi everyone. It's just me today. So we're going to do some solo crafting because it's Friday, or Friday, how I'm feeling currently. So I'm going to wait just 2 moments and we'll see who's joining in. I have got today the Bots of Love stamp set with me because I have been watching it for ages every time I'm on about packing orders in HQ, and just the wee robots really speak to me. So I'm going to use them, and I'm going to use the tiny tag trios from our new release as well, and I'm going to make a little bookmark. And I've got Leslie sitting in the corner being my technical gremlin supervisor. So I'm going to use my Spectrum Noir tri-blends to colour my robot in today, and I've got some Distress Oxides as well. Here, I am going to get started stamping my robot. There we go. So I'm going to use this little guy right over here. So I'm just going to pop him. I have got the Heffy Doodle alcohol marker friendly cardstock. I'm going to pop him on there and use some Memento ink in Tuxedo Black to stamp him on. And I'm using the Misty as well, because I think he might need 1 or 2 passes just to get those nice crisp outlines. That's the first one. I think we might get away with 2. But we'll just see. I was saying to Natalie, who also works with us here at Heffy HQ earlier, that I've been dying to do like a Star Wars card with the Heffy Doodle stamps, and I haven't quite worked out yet how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to colour my wee robot in gold, and then he's kind of like C-3PO. C-3PO inspired Bots of Love today. Clean my wee stamp off. Pop him back on the acetate. And then I'm going to colour him in before I cut him out. We have got Leslie in the chat asking me what my favourite Star Wars character is. That is a really tough question, and I dislike that you have asked that. I think it has to be, I don't know, Princess Leia has always been my like OG favourite Star Wars character, because she's a really cool space princess, and she also gets her own blaster rifle. So, you know, that's kind of fun. I do like Boba Fett, so I'm a bit of a fan of the Mandalorian at the moment. And I think they're pretty cool. But from like the original films, definitely Princess Leia. So I am using the gold yellow blend, and I was reading online, somebody was speaking about these markers, and they said to use the light marker, the light shade. So you've got your 3 all in one pen. They were saying to use the light shade first, then go in with your dark, and then blend in with your mid shade, and then go back in the light. So I'm going to try that. I've done that recently on a few stamps. I've quite liked it. So we're just going to, I think, stick with that for just now. I'm still learning with my blending. I do like the Copics, but I'm not feeling brave enough to use Copics today. Vicky is here. Hi, Vicky. Vicky says, cute character. I think he's very cute. I haven't decided what colour to do as buttons, though. Now that I'm thinking C3PO, I can't remember what color his buttons are. So I'm just gonna wing it, I think, for that bit. So I'm going in with my dark shade now. We're gonna have a little go at blending it up. And I'm going to swap over to using my mid shade now. Just to blend that out a little bit. And I've noticed down by its foot I have gone over the lines of the stamps. So I'm going to now use my favourite crafting trick of all time to fix him at the end. Because we'll just hide the crimes. I'm going to bring that up a bit higher, I think, down there. I've noticed Leslie has put in the chat that Baby Yoda is so cute. I would like to remind you that you haven't seen all the Mandalorian yet, Leslie, and you really need to watch the rest of it.
I will. Now that you've caught up with Lupin.
Yes. I am terrible. I don't know about you guys. I am terrible for starting a series, getting really into it, binging like 3 or 4 episodes, and then not touching it for months and going, oh, I'll go back to it, and then sort of not really going back to it. But I have been watching Lupin on Netflix in my attempt to learn French. I did French in high school and I really enjoyed it, but I find that it's really challenging having not had anyone to speak French to. Although Leslie does also speak French, so that's good. But I feel having been out of practice for so long, it's really difficult trying to go back into it. So I've been listening to a lot of French music and trying to watch some of the shows on Netflix as well, because Netflix has got a massive range of different dramas and stuff in different languages, so that's really fun. So I've got a heap of them on my list that I will get round to at some point. Once I finish everything else I've meant to be watching. So I'm just blending out the different colors on my wee robot. I feel like the alcohol marker friendly cardstock is really forgiving when you're trying to blend. That could just be me, don't know. But we'll go with it. I feel like his foot's still a little bit harsh there. We'll just fix that. And this is the light shade I'm using just to fix it up. I feel like that seems to work the best. Okay. I know C3PO doesn't have a little heart on his head, but my little box of love does, so I'm just going to color that in pink because I like pink. And why not? I've also got this really jazzy Nuvo gold pen, so I'm going to color him in with some sparkles, because who doesn't love a bit of sparkle?
Morgan loves sparkle.
I've got silver reflective glitter on my nails just now, however I am feeling like I need to change them up. But I will probably still be swapping it out for a different kind of glitter. I'm just adding my glitter to this little dude. Just everywhere. I think everywhere is the best strategy for this. Oh, and I'm also going to fix that little bit where I coloured outside the lines with a white gel pen. I'm just going to get that rolling. And hide the crimes on his foot there and a little bit there. As if by magic, it was like it never happened. Right. Let me see if I can get this to sparkle. I don't know if you can see it. There. There. Sparkle, sparkle. So I'm now going to wipe the gel pen off my arm. I feel like it was on one of our other live streams. Somebody suggested doing it so the heat of your body got the pen going, but I don't know. Could just be being silly, but it seems to work, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I've got the Heffy Doodle mini die cutting machine. I'm going to pop my wee robot on there and find his die. Oop. And I'm going to stick that on a bit of Heffy Doodle memo tape. I don't know if you guys have seen on Instagram, we've been playing about doing some reels, and honestly, I don't think it's ever been more satisfying to like rip a bit of memo tape and then sort of watch it back. So I'm just going to line that up with him. Here we go, and stick that down so it doesn't move. Louise McCulloch is here. Hi, Louise. She says she loves the robot set. I said at the start, I've always been like eyeing it up. But there's so many stamps to choose from. It's a little bit distracting walking about HQ, I'll be honest, because you keep going, oh, I could use that one, I could use that one. So I'm going to try and slowly work my way through them all. I've got sparkly memo tape now. That's fun. There we go. There he is.
You can do multiple layers of that glitter pen, by the way.
Don't tell me that. That's dangerous. Multiple layers of glitter. We might have to add more glitter at the end. I'm going to pop him over there. And pop the die away. Don't know about you guys, but these pockets with the magnetic strips in them, lifesaver. Because I would be forever dropping them everywhere. I've done that several times, and then when my nails are too long, I can't pick them up. It's proper like first world problems. So I'm going to use the new Tiny Tag Trio. I think I'm going to use this one with a little sort of fishtail on the end. And shall we put ribbon on it? I think we should put ribbon on it. So I'm going to need one of these. Pop him there for just now. And I have picked out some cornflower cardstock. I'm going to grab, oh, it's just a little bit too short. I have to find a different offcut. That's better, we'll have to cut that down a little bit. But I'm going to just give that a little chop. There we go. Hi, Mum, by the way. I see your comment. He is very cute. I hope the Chihuahuas are watching. That's the most important part here. Although I don't know if they'd be very good at crafting. Actually, I do. They wouldn't be very good at crafting. No. So I'm just going to use memo tape again just to stick him down. I might use another bit at the bottom. Just so it doesn't move while it goes through the machine. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm going to move him into the middle a bit. I think that's where we're having some issues. There we go. So, put that there. Oh, I might need a pokey tool. There we go. There's my little bookmark. So I'm going to pop this on now. Move that out of the way. So I'm going to put some ribbon on this, and I think I'm going to put it at the bottom here where I've got my little fishtail. So I'm just going to place it on for a little bit further up, like that. If you're doing it at the top, you can use the flat square edge to get it all nice and lined up. I'm going to do it around here. So this is going to poke the wee holes in it that I can feed some ribbon through. If I stick him on, I think about there maybe. I feel like I need to stop like moving the die cutting machine out of the way. There we go. So there I've got my two little holes for the ribbon. There's a couple of different slots you can use as well. If you want one for just one bit of ribbon, you can use that one, or there's a little circular one as well. Louise says, you're making me want to put an order through for bookmark dies and the Heffy die cutting machine. Sorry, that's just me being a bad influence. These are the tiny tag trios, Louise. They are super, super fun to use, as I'm discovering. So I'm gonna pop my wee robot on the end there, I think, so he can poke out. And I think just to make it a little bit sturdier, I'm gonna cut out another robot and pop him on the back there. And I'm thinking maybe another one of the cardstock as well, just to reinforce it a little bit. I'll pop him out of the way. That's just gonna fit on there, that's satisfying. Stick it down.
Crafty Adventures says hi.
Hi, Crafty Adventures. Leslie's also asking if I'm going to ink it up. I am. I've got a couple of Distress Oxides sitting just off that I'm going to use. Come on.
Give it a shot.
Brute force. There we go.
My muscle.
Do you know what? I really love using the Heffy memo tape because it stays sticky for ages. So this is the same bits I've been using the entire time. So I'm going to put my ribbon through before I stick this back on, and then it's going to hide the back of it a little bit. And it also means I don't have to try and line up the holes in the same place. So I need my other robot. Will he fit on that scrap bit there? No. I have to steal a scrap bit of card. That'll do. Cut that little square off there. There we go. Don't know about you guys. Do you also like to hoard your scraps of card? Because I'm terrible with it. And I feel like I have 300 bits that I'm never actually going to use, but I might, so I'm just going to keep them anyway. And fill up this pocket full of scraps that may or may not be useful. So I don't need you. I do need you though. I'm going to try cut him down the bottom here, I think. Do him that way around, I think. And just stick him on with a bit of memo tape. Get it not to hang off the edge there. Yeah. Louise is asking, is it as windy up in Elgin today? It's been pretty breezy. We went for a WALK with Ranger earlier. And I mean, it wasn't wild, I would say. I think it was worse last night. It's definitely that proper autumny weather now, so I think we have been lucky with it. Alexa says, they throw out all their scraps. My scrapping friends cringe. I can't stand having all the stuff around I won't use. I mean, I think it's good to be tidy too.
I don't know that one.
All right. We have her cell in the corner thinking I'm speaking to her. Now we've got Craft Dog whipping because I've set off the I shan't say her name in the corner. Right, I'm going to ink up my tiny tag before I stick my robots on. Please call me Alex. I'll bear that in mind. So I have got a couple shades of blue. So I think I'm going to start with Salty Ocean. Put that in there. I'm going to try and do a little gradient, I think. And then a bit of Mermaid Lagoon, I think. Let me grab this over here. There we go. I'm going to start from down here. I feel like they're looking a little bit similar. But that's okay. Just something I think to add like a little bit of dimension to the cornflower cardstock. Put a bit down in that bottom corner just because it's looking a bit bare. And then I'm going to splatter some blueprint sketch. So that was Salty Ocean on the top, Mermaid Lagoon down the bottom. Oh, my lovely friendly assistant has pointed out I also have a stencil. Let's do blueprint sketch with the stencil in. So this is the Cogs and Code stencil. So you've got your binary code at the bottom and some nice little cogs. So let's use that. Wipe that off my waffle mat first. Pop him over there. Grab my stencil. Best laid plans of mice and men looking this out and then forgetting I'd looked it out. Be terrible on Blue Peter. Here's one I forgot I made earlier. So I think I'm gonna do it maybe from the bottom. Because that's the bottom there, isn't it? I'm just gonna flatten you out. In fact, where is my station? That would be useful right now. There we go. Just gonna pop you down there for a minute while I figure out what I'm doing. Okay. I think I'm gonna try and get glamorous assistant.
Do like that and put your memory tape along the back.
Oh, that is a good tip.
Can you try that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me figure out where I'm putting this.